The wind screamed through the mountain valley like it was alive. Snow mixed with freezing rain, turning the rocky ground into a sheet of ice. Every breath felt like needles in the lungs. A troop of monkeys huddled together beneath a bare cliff. Their fur was soaked. Their hands trembled. The youngest clung to their mothers, crying from the cold. "If we don't get warm soon," one of the older monkeys whispered, "we won't make it through the night." Just then, a young monkey spotted dozens of tiny glowing red berries scattered beneath a bush. His eyes lit up. "Look," he shouted, "they're glowing. They must be hot coals left behind by travelers. If we blow on them, they'll turn into a fire." The idea spread through the group faster than hope itself. Everyone rushed over. They carefully gathered the bright red berries into a pile and began blowing with all their strength. Huff, huff, huff. Their frozen cheeks puffed out. Their tired eyes stayed fixed on the little red pile, waiting for flames that never came. Minutes passed, then an hour. The berries remained exactly what they had always been, cold fruit. High above them, on the branch of a weathered pine tree, sat a small mountain bird. He had watched the whole scene in silence. Finally, he couldn't ignore it anymore. "My friends," the bird called gently, "those aren't burning coals, they're only winter berries. No amount of blowing will make them into fire." Some of the monkeys glanced up, but kept blowing. The bird continued, "There's a shallow cave just beyond the ridge. It's dry, protected from the wind, and covered by thick evergreen branches. If you hurry, you'll stay alive until morning." One elderly monkey slowly stood. His face was worn from years of hardship. His pride was even older. "And why," he asked coldly, "should we believe a tiny bird?" "I'm not trying to insult you," the bird replied calmly. "I'm trying to save you." A younger monkey slammed his fists onto the ground. "We've already spent hours trying. We can't stop now." The bird sighed. "The longer you stay here, the colder you'll become. Hope is important, but hope without truth can be dangerous." Those words hit harder than the freezing wind. The monkeys didn't hear concern. They heard criticism. Their fear quietly transformed into anger. One monkey stood up, pointing at the bird. "You think you're smarter than everyone else." "I'm only telling you what I know," the bird answered. "But you don't want help," he added softly. "You only want someone to tell you you're right." That sentence broke the last thread of patience. A furious monkey leapt into the tree. Before the bird could escape, rough hands grabbed his wings. With one violent swing, he threw him against the jagged rocks below. Silence. The little bird never moved again. For a moment, the troop simply stared. Then, almost as if nothing had happened, they returned to their pile of red berries. Huff, huff, huff. The wind kept roaring. The freezing rain never stopped. Morning finally arrived. The berries were still just berries. The cave had been there all along, but by the time some of the monkeys finally searched for shelter, it was too late for several members of the troop. Sometimes people reject the truth not because it's wrong, but because accepting it would mean admitting they were mistaken. And for a proud mind, that can feel more painful than the problem itself. Not everyone who corrects you is your enemy. Sometimes the person who challenges your thinking is the very one trying to protect your future. Real wisdom isn't just knowing the right answer. It's being humble enough to listen when it matters. So, before offering advice, ask yourself one question. Is this person looking for the truth, or simply looking to be agreed with? Because advice given to a closed heart often becomes another reason for anger. But advice received with humility can change a life forever. Have you ever tried to help someone who wasn't ready to hear the truth? Share your experience in the comments. And if this story made you stop and think, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more timeless stories that reveal the hidden truths about human nature.